I'm calling on you to join me Saturday, March 8th in the streets for International Women's Day. Because around the world, women's lives are under assault. From the brothels of China, to the gang rapes in India, to the sweatshops of Bangladesh, from the forced veilings and honor killings throughout the world, this is a war on women. And right here in the U.S., where we're told supposedly women have won their freedom, where there are no barriers for women and young girls, women's lives are under a total state of emergency. This takes the form of the increasing pornification of society, the mainstreaming of violent, degrading, and cruel pornography, which fuels a culture of rape and an epidemic of rape. But it also takes the very, very stark form right now of an all-out state of emergency surrounding women's right to abortion. In the last 3 years, 203 restrictions on a woman's right to abortion have been enacted. 5 states in this country have only 1 abortion clinic left, and 2 of them are only open because of a temporary order from a judge. When women don't have the right to abortion, when women are forced to have children against their will, this is a form of enslavement. Women's lives are foreclosed. They have to give up their dreams. They get stuck in abusive marriages and relationships. They get driven into poverty or deeper into poverty. This is about, and they die. This is about really taking away the rights and the liberties and the lives of women. And this is going to continue unless and until we stand up and say no more. International Women's Day is a day for people to stand up all over the world, to stand with women and men who want to see women's liberation, and to fight.
People should come out on March 8th because it's International Women's Day, and people need to take to the streets to fight back against this war on women and join Stop Patriarchy, which is a movement that is out to stop this war on women in all its forms, from the pornified culture to the restrictions on abortion rights, which are abortion rights are in an utter state of emergency right now. And people need to know that there is actually a movement out there that is fighting to win. And we're going to be out in the streets, and others need to join us, everybody who's outraged. And really, it's the most liberating thing you can do with your life is to stand up and fight back against this. It transforms you, and it transforms everybody around you. And it really allows people to see that, they're not taking this. Why am I taking this?
I used to sit at home getting angry by myself, watching the news and reading news articles about all the atrocities that happen to women every day here in America and around the world. And I realized that it's not enough just to sit at home and be angry with myself. So I am getting out there on March 8th, International Women's Day, and a lot of other women I know are out there that are just like me, sitting at home and fuming, and they need to get out there as well, and there's no better time to start than on March 8th and every day afterwards.
So this was said by a senator named Steve Martin. I'm going to read it for all of you. Once a child does exist in your womb, I'm not going to assume a right to kill it just because the child's host, some refer to them as mothers, doesn't want it. This is bullshit. The child's host, first of all, it's not a child. It's not a person. It has the potential to be a person, but it is not a person. Some refer to them as mothers as if they're not human beings. This is ridiculous. I don't know how these people get into power. Senator Steve Martin and all the ridiculous assholes out there are part of the reason of why I'm going out in the streets Saturday, March 8th, and you need to be there. Women are not objects. Women are not hosts for children. So please be there, and you'll see me there.
That girl thinks she's the queen of the neighborhood. She got the hottest dress.
actually being out there, hitting the streets and being unified with other women and other girls that are going through the same thing that you are feels fantastic. We all know how it feels to sit at home and be unhappy with the state we're in, and it feels a lot better speaking out and acting out with other women who are fighting the same fight that you are.
If you are fed up with what's happening to women and girls, and you better be, then it's time to come out from behind your computer screens, get off your couches, come out in the streets. We have a future to fight for, a much better future. Through revolution, it is possible to break the chains that bind women, to liberate women, and to emancipate all of humanity. And we have to be building up the strength today. We need to be fighting back today. Whether you are with me on revolution or you're just outraged at what is happening today, we need to stand up. And March 8th, Saturday, is the day to go into the streets to do this. Join me. And then on Sunday, in cities across this country, join me and Revolution Books in celebrations, looking at what has been accomplished when revolutions have been made, the liberating changes that have been brought about, and what can be accomplished today, going even further and building on all of that. We are not just fighting because we are outraged, although we definitely are, and you should be outraged too, and you should join us in the streets. But we are fighting because we know that a better world is possible. And we're going to bring that alive in our vision, in our community, and in our celebrations, both in the streets on March 8th and in celebration on March 9th. So that's where you should want to be, that's where I will be, and that's where women all over this planet need us to be.